Holy City. This is the motherland for the vice lords, known as Holy City.
They flipped the whole whip. What the
notable gang.
Yo, Chicago and New York are literally GTA servers, bro. Man, cut through the alleyway.
Okay.
You gotta tell that twice. That boy was not budging anyway. If you would have said, come, get it. He's not moving. He's more likely to wait for you to get out. He gonna take the V, go back to the safe spot. Are you crazy? Like, what the hell? Man, it's not even a hiccup.
Fleeing suspect.
Look. He's not budging. My boy is not budging. He doesn't care, bruh. He heard the shots go off. He's sitting his ass in the V, bruh. He ain't going nowhere. I don't know why he asking him that question. That's a rhetorical question. That's what you call that. Stay in the V. No shit. Like,
okay.
Okay.
The commander
He's
and
not
his
budging
men
anyway.
ran down.
Hold up.
That bitch looking freaky, boy. I'm supposed to kill that motherfucker.
Yeah, boy, be a lot of action going on around here.
Shorty, messed up.
Panda, look him up. Panda, look him up. Yeah, we still grinding.
I know one thing, but yeah. Damn, y'all know who that is?
Imagine myself living in Chicago.
Yeah.
So much shit.
Right.
Oh my God, living in Chicago, I'm gonna have my pipe off the plane. As soon as I get off the plane, I need my pipe. I'm not playing. That shit get real.
Chicago is one of America's greatest cultural centers and economic hubs. However, some areas of the city have a known reputation for crime and violence. With a population of 2,746,388, Chicago is a diverse and sprawling.
Why the hell is there a BMO building in Chicago? Why the hell is there a BMO building in Chicago? That's not adding up. Something's not adding up.
Metropolis with a lot to offer. But unfortunately, the Windy City is infamous for its high violent crime rates. On average, Chicago is about 67% more dangerous than the U.S. average.
Are they sure this is like Montreal or some shit?
Both violent and property crimes are a problem in the city, with a high incidence of gun violence.
Cut the light off, cut the light off, cut the light off. Cut the light off, cut the light off.
Go get their ass.
Make sure that ain't phone now, make sure that ain't phone now.
Make sure that ain't phone now before you tear it up.
If it got rims, that's phone now. That ain't phone now.
Number 10. South Shore. With a population of 54,000, South Shore is located on Chicago's south side and is known for its beaches along the Great Lakes. The overall crime rate in South Shore is 7,573 crimes per 100,000 people.
Holy.
This makes the chances of becoming a victim of any type of crime 1 in 13. The violent crime rate is 2,454 per 100,000 people, and robbery and assault are common.
Herbo.
Murder and gun violence are much higher than the national average. The property crime rate in South Shore is 5,120 incidents per 100,000 people. This makes the chance of being a victim of property crime 1 in 20. South Shore notable gangs and hoods. Terror Town.
Essex. That's where Herbo's from. Yeah, I know that. I know that much.
A large and historic black pea stones that has been based around 75th and 79th and has been around since the 1980s, if not before. The Terror Town hood of South Shore mostly consists of blocks with large and small apartment buildings. Notable cliques include NLMB, No Limit Stones, Maniac Stones, Goon Squad, Four Corner Hustlers around 69th or 67th and Clyde, Goon Squad, and 69th and Crandon. In what was once home to Maniac for CH, there was also a 4CH hood called Grammyville around 71st and Chapel. Clyde Block, East Side's Gesto World, aka Clyde Block, home to Mickey Cobras around 75th and Clyde in the South Shore neighborhood.
I'm hearing everything but 63rd. No, I'm playing.
You know, shout out to Ye for buying his mom's house, man. That's everybody's dream to barely buy your mom's house. And long live Donda. Long live Donda. And she was a professor at Chicago State University. This got to be the house right here.
Oh, hold up. Food ready. If y'all don't know about pierogies and ranch, oh my gosh.
Yep, right here. Posted, no trespassing. This is the house of Kanye West. Yeah, right here. He grew up in his home right here, 7815 South Shore. So shout out Ye, man. Shout out the South Shore community.
Number 9, Riverdale. Riverdale is another one of Chicago's most dangerous neighborhoods due to its high rate of violent crime in proportion to the area's population. Riverdale is located on the far south end of Chicago, and in 2021 there were about 7,682 crimes per 100,000 people.
Like, what's up? Is this all nearby each other?
The violent crime rate is extremely high, with each resident having a 1 in 39 chance of becoming a victim. Property crime is rampant, with 4,743 incidents per 100,000 people. This makes the chances of becoming a victim of a property crime 1 in 22.
Investigators were in the 600 block of East 133rd Street, piecing together exactly what led up to 3 men getting shot. Much of their focus appeared to be in this residential parking lot where several evidence markers were placed. Police say the victims, ages 24, 41, and 39, were walking down the street when the suspect started shooting. Authorities say the 24-year-old was shot in the back and taken to Christ Hospital in critical condition. They say the 41-year-old victim, who was shot in the forearm, went to Christ Hospital in good condition, and the 39-year-old victim shot in the arm was taken to Trinity Hospital, also reported to be in good condition.
Notable gangs and hoods. Dirty 130s. Altgeld Gardens is the largest housing project of Chicago, so large that it is divided into sections known as blocks.
Bro, this all looks like a camp. Like, what the hell? This looks like camps. They don't even, this is like school, like this is a whole school project. That ain't right.
Block 1 to Block 17. Built during 1940s and 1950s for black families who fought in the war returning home. Built in an isolated area, has been the center of controversy for unhealthy conditions due to the nearby pollution in an environment with unhealthy water and air. Home to multiple gangs like Black Disciples, Vice Lords, Black Pea Stones, and Gangster Disciples, all in their separate blocks in one of the most active hoods in the city. Notable sets: AMG and Pirate Gang. Number 8. West Englewood. West Englewood is located in southwest Chicago and has a population of 32,317 people. This neighborhood has an overall crime rate of 9,551 crime per 100,000 people, making it twice the Chicago average.
Holy.
The violent crime rate in West Englewood is 2,773 violent crimes.
That's where Yellow's from?
Per 100,000 people, making the chances of becoming a victim 1 in 37. Property crimes were reported at 6,778 per 100,000 people. This makes the chances of becoming a victim of a property crime 1 in 15.
I came up first. It wasn't, I mean, it was always killing going on first, but it was, niggas was fighting and all this shit first, and it was more structure first. Like, a lot of niggas screaming GD folks don't know no literature, none of that shit folks. Niggas just screaming GD folks. Niggas, a lot of niggas screaming all type of gangs folks. And, well, I've been to prison and all that, folks. You gotta know your paperwork folks on gangs folks. You have to know this shit folks. Laws and policies, but you have to know this shit folks. But it was more structure folks. It was more folks on gang folks. Unity folks, niggas was together folks. Now it's just like, fuck you. You feel me? Niggas smoking niggas, folks, for no reason. It's goofy shit. All the killers that's going, like killers been going on back then, folks, but it was a purpose behind it, folks. You feel me? Nigga disrespect your mama. Niggas doing shit. Nigga stealing. He doing this. Now, folks, nigga step on a nigga shoe, look crazy at a nigga in the club. Any goofy shit, folks. Senseless shit going on now, folks. I don't respect that shit, folks, on gang, folks.
Burglary.
But I feel like that's like, hold up. I feel like that's like this just this generation, like all around, not just Chicago. Like, I remember there was an incident that happened in Toronto, like a couple years ago. I think like 4 years ago, or 3 years ago. There's this thing called Sands or something like that, where people go to a festival, yada yada yada. They play some nice dancehall music. What's that thing called? Fete music. And yeah, all of that good stuff. But anyways, basically, people have their liquor, right? And they have their own like table and everything. And need to remind you, this was like 4 years ago. They have their own table where they have their liquor on top and everything. And then, like, say you're just chilling there. This guy was chilling there. He was drinking whatever he was doing. And the man scuffed his shoes. So it started getting rowdy. He's like, yo, you scuffed my shoes. What the fuck? Da 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 da. They started getting rowdy with each other. I don't know how the man snuck the blicky into the place, into the club, or whatever the place was. Snuck the blicky in, clapped him, and then, yeah, the man was dead. That's it. Stepping over his shoes. Shit crazy like that, man. But again, I was just saying, I feel like it's just this generation, like, zero tolerance with a lot of shit.
Assault and robbery are common in West Englewood, and it is not advised to travel alone at night. Notable gangs and hoods. Madville. Englewood Gangster Disciples and Black Disciples around 61st and 62nd in an area of few sets that make up Madville. Lordsville. West Englewood conservative vice lords known as HB, Hoying Boys, or Lordsville that have been around 57th and Hoying for a couple of generations, possibly migrating to the area following the demolishing of the Robert Taylor homes. Skeezy World. Home to rapper King Yella is a hood that has been around 73rd and Ada.
They're telling us that the woman, 35 years of age, was inside her home with an infant when she was struck in the head by a stray round. They watched as others on the street dove for cover. All of that, as you say,
that's crazy.
Captured on home surveillance video. Take a look.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah. Blah, blah, blah.
The many shots on the street fired from that white car you see there. The gentleman in white diving for cover. The nephew of a gentleman we just spoke to named John Edwards. He says his nephew was not hit, but another individual on the street, an 18-year-old man, was on the corner at the time. He was shot and wounded. Both victims rushed to Advocate Christ Medical Center in Oklahoma.
See, and then that's how those people get involved now. They're like, fuck, like, them niggas just hit me up. Well, it's always up to them. Like, it's always different, you know? But usually in these scenarios, it's just like, them niggas shot you. Like, what you gonna do about it? You know what I mean? And especially if they find out who it was, like, it's a different story, man.
The senseless shootings, man. I mean, come on. It get hot, you want to play with guns, go to the gun range, go join the army, anything. But you got kids running out here, family. This is a quiet block, you know, so.
And they're shooting wildly and indiscriminately.
Just shooting anybody, yeah. I mean, just riding down, just shooting anybody outside.
That's crazy, man.
Number 7, Grand Crossing.
Hold on. Back again, pierogies.
Grand Crossing is located on Chicago's south side and has a population of 31,471. The rate of crime in 2020 was 8,724 incidents per 100,000 people. That makes the crime in this neighborhood 317% higher than the national crime rate.
Oh, man.
In 2020, violent crimes were ranked at...
What type of gun was that? Was that a 1911?
Crime in this neighborhood 317% higher than the national crime rate. In 2020, violent crimes were ranked at 2,858 incidents per 100,000 people.
Oh!
Gun violence.
Is that Punchmade?
In 2020, violent crimes were ranked at 2,858 incidents per 100,000 people. Gun violence is a major problem in this neighborhood, and residents often complain about hearing gunshots at night. Property crime in Grand Crossing is 5,866 incidents per 100,000 people, meaning residents have a 1 in 18 chance of becoming a victim.
I was told as a child, they said, don't go under this viaduct. And you want to know something, y'all? I just listened. I never went under this fucking viaduct, but maybe once or twice. You know what I'm saying? So right now, this is the dividing line between KTS Pockettown and Sarcasm.
Notable gangs and hoods. Pockettown, one of the only new breeds hoods outside of the West Side and Englewood, but gangster disciples have moved in and it is now mostly a GD hood.
Way after 2 shooting incidents near the Cook County Jail over the weekend.
WGN's Brona Tumulty joins us now live with details. Hi, Brona.
Good evening, guys. Yeah, the first of those shootings happened on Saturday evening just before 9. A man named Lundre Sylvester was leaving the jail. He went by the rap name KTS Dre. He'd just been bailed out, and police say he was ambushed by 2 men who got out of a vehicle.
Oh, I heard about this. The man literally got freed up, and they just wet him up right there. Pepper.
Near the jail, Sylvester was shot as many as 64 times and pronounced dead at Mount Sinai. A 60-year-old woman who was with him was shot in the knee and taken to Stroger. A second woman in her 30s was standing nearby when that chaos broke out. She suffered a graze wound to the face. She was taken to Mount Sinai as well, and both women were in good condition at last check.
Now, you know, in jail, especially Cook County, it's a lot of politics. You got the GDs, BDs, Stones, people from all over the world going to Cook County. You know, how did you deal with that? Because there are alpha males like yourself that are going to try to test you.
Facts. I tell people all the time, bro, my city is a city of gangsters, bro. It's gangsters everywhere. Everywhere you look, it's gangsters. Man. You know, motherfuckers born like, we come up in some real tough environment. So, like, everybody, you gotta think that the jail is the worst of the worst. You feel me? Like, it's the worst of the worst of the worst.
Nah, it's true. I heard a wild story about this thing called Glock Dookie. I'm not even gonna explain.
These ain't just the gangsters, these are the super gangsters. So you surrounded by the super gangsters. I mean, you gotta be the super gangster. You feel me? Especially me, from where I'm coming from. Like, I feel like I don't want a motherfucker to think he a rapper now, so he's vulnerable. So I cut my rapper shit off. Like, I'm getting that right now. Like, I'm really getting that right now. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm all in. Like, this shit get bloody whenever. Like, fuck that shit. Like, fuck that rap shit right now. Like, I'll butcher a motherfucker. I'll put a motherfucker out in this bitch right now. Like, that's how it's coming. Because that's how you gotta come in our county jail. Like, motherfuckers, go about division now, man. Y'all know what's going on, man. If you know, you know. But for the people on the outside looking in that don't know, it's like, think about hell, and then think about a place like it's worse than that. You feel me? Like, think about a little bit worse than hell. You feel me? Like imagine the devil. You know, feel me? But then imagine something worse than the devil in hell. That's our county jail. So it's like you gotta turn your gangsta up in that bitch. If you show any signs of weakness, the slightest sign of weakness, it's gonna be exploited, man. And you're gonna become you're gonna be trending on the internet. The motherfucker gonna spit in your butt or something. The motherfucker gonna knock you unconscious, spit in your butt. It's crazy. Sign of weakness. It's gonna be exploited, man. And you're gonna become
Did I hear him correctly? I think that's what the Glock Dookie was. But did I hear him correctly? Like, he just
you're gonna be trending on the internet. The motherfucker gonna spit in your butt or something. The motherfucker gonna knock you unconscious, spit in your butt. It's crazy shit going on in that county jail, man. It's fucked up, man. Well, it's crazy, man. But you know, someone like lead of the crazies. I like the lead of the crazies.
That's nuts.
That shit go, man. You know.
Number 6.
What do you mean if you know, you know? Hold up. I'm back. Crazy. Yo, this actually goes hard though. This drink actually goes hard. I don't know why people were hating.
North Lawndale. North Lawndale is another one of the most dangerous places in Chicago. North Lawndale was a growing and developing neighborhood on Chicago's west side, but it was greatly affected by the 2008 recession. The neighborhood has 34,794 residents, and it's estimated that approximately 70% of men aged 17 to 45 in North Lawndale had criminal records.
Damn.
North Lawndale has a crime rate that is 100.
Yo, but let's not forget, criminal records, that's a broad range. It doesn't have to mean shooting. Let's remind that. Criminal records could mean you probably missed out on what you call it, court down there, because I heard they send you to the jail for court. Like if you miss, like if you got a speeding ticket type shit and you miss your court date, they send you to jail. Like that shit's crazy to me. But anyways, I was just saying that to be said, like sometimes these things could have you thinking, because the whole basis of this whole documentary is like guns and shit, right? How dangerous Chicago is. So you might be thinking like, damn, like everybody out there just blasting niggas. Like, not saying probably a majority of them, but you know,
198% higher than the Chicago average, with 10,606 crimes per 100,000 people. This means that residents have at least a 1 in 9 chance of becoming the victim of some kind of crime. In addition, violent crime incidents in 2020 were 3,003 per 100,000 people, meaning residents have a 1 in 34 chance of becoming a victim of a violent crime.
Damn.
This area here represents the poorest of the poor in the city of Chicago. Just about every corner that we're gonna hit, you're gonna see vacant lots. You know, where homes used to be, that's a vacant lot. That's a vacant lot.
Notable gangs and hoods. Holy City. This is the motherland for the vice lords, known as Holy City.
They flipped the whole whip. What the fuck?
Notable gang.
Yo, Chicago and New York are literally GTA servers, bro. They are GTA servers. Like, what the hell? For real.
Gangs and hoods. Holy City. This is the motherland for the vice lords, known as Holy City, a hood made up of various sets and factions of the VLs, like Conservative, Unknown, Traveler, as well other gangs like New Breeds. K-Town. Right off of Pulaski in North Lawndale is a hood named for the streets beginning with the letter K and is mostly known for GDs, but there are Four Corner Hustlers, Black Souls, and New Breeds. A reputable hood that consists of a number of hoods and sets within the K-Town hood itself.
What the hell?
Notable cliques include Hustle Mob, Comac, Fly Life, Mon World.
Police gave us a bulletproof vest for the trip, and within minutes it became crystal clear why.
Damn! Off rip. You see what I mean? Off rip. They just start blasting. Like, what the fuck, bro? I'm telling you, like, I kid you not. That's like a GTA server. Like, sometimes you be playing GTA, you just be like walking around, all of a sudden you hear a nigga say, "Where you from?" You don't answer. Bop, 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 bop. That's probably what happened. That's probably what happened. Like Chicago, NY, what else? Where else? GTA servers. Chicago, NY, Toronto, what's another GTA server? LA. Like, y'all gotta chill out, bro. Not everything is bop, 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 bro. Sometimes niggas just don't wanna parlay with y'all niggas on some real shit.
Police gave us a bulletproof vest for the trip, and within minutes it became crystal clear why.
Within minutes.
Something's up. A block away, this man was a target.
He just shot at me right there.
All right, man with a gun, man with a gun.
Oh man, he just shot at me right there. Why was he the target though? Are you just blicking at him just because? And that's another thing. Niggas just be popping pills and shit off the getting high, so they super paranoid. So I already know, like, cause when I was smoking, if I ever smoke, not if I ever smoke, but like when I smoke up, like my mind gets to running, and me paranoid is not a good sight.
This man was a target.
He just shot at me right there.
All right, man with a gun, man with a gun. That's the fleeing suspect.
Man, cut through the alleyway.
Okay.
He gotta tell that nigga twice. That boy was not budging anyway. If you would have said, come, get it. He's not moving. He's more likely to wait for you to get out. He gonna take the V, go back to the safe spot. Are you crazy? Like, what the hell? Man, it's not even a hiccup.
Fleeing suspect.
Look. He's not budging. My boy is not budging. He doesn't care, bruh. He heard the shots go off. He's sitting his ass in the V, bruh. He ain't going nowhere. I don't know why he asking him that question. That's a rhetorical question. That's what you call that. Stay in the V. No shit. Like
Okay.
okay.
The commander
He's
and
not
his
budging
men
anyway.
ran down the suspected shooter.
He's in the backyard.
21-year-old Julian Gales. Police think the shooting was probably gang-related.
It looks like a Beretta. 9mm. If you can see the hammer, sorry, that means he just shot it.
Oh, residue.
Chicago's police say
GSR.
they've seized more guns this year than New York and Los Angeles combined. But the violence here is still so bad that heavily armed police now have to attend gang funerals to prevent revenge killings.
Oh, that's
Number
crazy.
5.
That
Englewood.
shit's frequent.
Another
Englewood.
one of the worst areas in Chicago is
I'm realizing anywhere named Englewood, just don't even bother. Just don't even bother. If you hear Englewood anywhere, even if it's in London, don't even bother. Even if it's in fucking Africa, don't even bother. Englewood just means trouble. All right? Call it what you want. I'm not going.
is Englewood. This neighborhood is located in Chicago's South Side and has a population of 24,369. Englewood has a historically high number of residents living below the poverty line. In 2022, Englewood's crime rate was 125% higher than the Chicago average.
Damn.
Violent crimes like murder, assault, and robbery are common. The neighborhood also has high murder rates and gun violence occurrences.
What's the difference between Atlanta and Chicago to you?
The main difference is y'all got a family vibe here. Everybody love each other. Like everybody got differences and but everybody love each other. You can call this neighborhood, this big coming from this neighborhood and squash the beef. I'm saying, and everybody back to the money. Y'all know one goal is money.
I'm not gonna lie, I like Atlanta though. Atlanta's nice.
Yeah. See, in Chicago, it's like they know one goal is war. I'm saying, so you can't, ain't no big homie you can call because the young niggas ain't respecting none of that shit.
Why you think that is?
That's a fact. That's the same thing in Toronto, man. I ain't gonna say too much, but once it's up, it's stuck.
Or has it been like that for so long?
No, it's just reckless. Like, that's just how it was. Then when the music came along and hit the scene, it really just said, like, it really just took off and said, fuck all that shit, no rules type shit.
Notable gangs and hoods. Lemron 300, which is Normal Boulevard spelled backwards. Black Disciples in Englewood around 64th and Normal. The home of rappers Lil Durk and Lil Reese. Around 64th and Normal is an area that was home to one of the first Black Disciples hoods.
Gee, he just started flocking. What?
Lil Durk and Lil Reese. Around 64th and Normal is
Oh, did he throw something at him?
Durk
Is that why?
and Lil Reese.
Look over here. Look over here. Look over here. Look over here. All right.
Around
Look.
64th
Like, what was that? What was that?
and Normal is an area that was home.
Unless he dropped something out his pocket or something.
Around 64th
Like, it looked like someone tried tossing something.
and Normal is an area
And he
that
just
was
got fed
home
up.
to one of the
Fra,
first
fra,
Black
fra,
Disciples
fra,
hoods,
fra.
which was located somewhere around 63rd and Normal before they were officially Black
Damn.
Disciples. Brick Squad. For the longest been one of the most famous GD blocks in the city that was once home to up-and-coming rapper Lil Jojo, who was
Lil Jojo.
highlighted across the nation for his song BDK and his beef with Lil Reese and other famous BD rappers.
Yo, I remember back in these days, like, people were really thinking, like, they was in Chicago and they're, like, somewhere else, like, in Ohio type shit. And they were saying, like, GDK, GD, and I was just, like, weird. I was just, like, you're not even from there. Like, relax. Relax, buddy. You're a good disciple. You're a good disciple.
No Love City. A large gangster disciple hood in Englewood that has once stretched from 55th and 61st, The boundaries and hoods within No Love City may have changed with much internal beefs and alliances. Number 4. East Garfield Park.
Who's from here?
Located in West Chicago, Garfield Park has a historically high violent and property crime rate. In 2022, there were over 2,800 instances of violent crime and over 6,500 instances of property crime. Gun violence and gang activity are problems in East Garfield. In 2021, there were over 77 shootings in the area.
Damn.
The overall crime rate is 10,190.
Wait. Y'all go follow me right now. Press the follow button right now, bro. Y'all watching this with me right now? Press the follow button right now. Press the follow button right now. Press the follow button right now. Don't get me started, man. If you don't have an account, make an account and press the follow button just to follow me. Make an account just to follow me. Just to tap in. Just to tap in with the folk.
95 crimes per 100,000 people. This means there is approximately a 1 in 10 chance that East Garfield Park residents will become a victim of any type of crime.
Damn.
In 2020, there were 7,117 property crimes per 100,000 people, meaning residents have a 1 in 14 chance of becoming the victim of a property crime. Violent crimes in the same year were 3,078 per 100,000 people. This means residents have a 1 in 33 chance of becoming the victim of a violent crime.
Damn, son. Yo, you can't live, but let's be honest. What are we going to Chicago for? Broadway, maybe? But who the hell's into Broadway now these days? Like, people going to LA. People go to LA mostly for the gear, like clothes, Hollywood, see Hollywood Boulevard and shit. See the, what's that shit called? Calabasas Hills and all that. Like, makes sense. People go to Atlanta. They got gear over there. They got the vibes. They got things going. It's nice out there. Atlanta's nice. They go to Houston, same reason. Where else? New York. Same reason. It's the vibes. You go out and enjoy yourself. What the fuck is in Chicago? Let's be honest. Like, what's in Chicago, bro? It sounds like it's Purge over there. Like, unless you're trying to come back over with like a TV and try and like type shit, like, because you're not gonna get caught for a few hours. Like, that's the best bet. Hit up a lick over there and come back to your hometown. But like, over there's like, it's Grand Theft Auto. It's a FIVEM. It's FIVEM server. Niggas is just shooting, just to shoot. They get a blick, they want to shoot, and then they get arrested.
Gangs. Black Souls. Black Souls allegedly began around Madison and California during the 1960s. Much smaller compared to other black gangs, but their reputation is well known, from money making to street activity.
Man known as Jack Bobo on the street. Officials charge he made a bundle selling heroin smuggled into Chicago through a Nigerian connection to Thailand.
I love him. Hey man, now for the dope game, do your thing. Like, I don't care about, if you're trying to get money, you're trying to get money, you're trying to help your people, you feel me? Now when it comes to kill, like, I don't know, like, obviously it's gonna come, what comes with this stuff is always gonna be killing and trouble, right? But like, bro, forget what I was about to say. It goes hand in hand.
Money is something Wayne Edwards seems to know something about. On the west side, they call him Jack Bobo, and they see evidence of his success. Diamond bracelets, diamond rings, Dom Perignon, and long limousines. Jack Bobo, according to his indictment last month, is one of the leaders of the Black Soul Street Gang. Black Souls and Jack Bobo, according to the indictment, sold $50,000 worth of heroin on Chicago streets every day. Does the name Jack Bobo mean anything?
50 bands? What?
Worth of heroin on Chicago streets every day.
50 bands a day? Can you imagine that? 50 bands a day. Let's do the math on that. Hold up. Let's do the math on that. 50 bands a day. There's 365 days in summer. There's 405 days on summer vacation, and school come around just to end it. 365 times 50,000. That's how much this guy was racking in. 18 mil a year. What the flying fudge is... what's happening? What's actually happening? Like, that's actually ridiculous.
Does the name Jack Bobo mean anything to you?
Yep.
What does it mean?
He was a big time.
How do you know?
Because he had us. I used to cop from him.
Cop from him? You bought from him?
Hey, open your eyes.
Fiends.
Our own Dana Kozlov happened upon a man overdosing this past week in an East
Damn.
Garfield Park neighborhood.
Looks like Philly.
The man she helped was one of at least 20 people to overdose on the west side this past Tuesday. Paramedics arrived minutes later, checked to see if the man was conscious, and put him in an ambulance. Police said at least 3 of those who overdosed ultimately died. It is possible heroin laced with fentanyl, which experts say is 50 times more potent than heroin, is playing a role in the troubling trend. Tuesday, neighbors reacted to the drug dilemma.
I've been over here over 50 years, and it have never been like this.
Damn, son.
Number 3.
I ain't gonna lie, that Fenty is really... That really is something in the game. That's something in the game. But like folks get high off Fenty. It's just like... The thing is, when people lace it, they just don't... You know what? Maybe I'm talking too much. Never mind. Forget what I was gonna say.
Austin. Located on the west end of Chicago, Austin is one of the worst Chicago neighborhoods in terms of crime.
I'm just trying to say, at the end of the day, it's about balance. You feel me? But obviously, that one has to be very, very minimal. You feel me?
In 2022, Austin was ranked 11th in Chicago in violent crime and 25th in property crime. The same year, Austin was ranked 5th in Chicago in quality of life crimes, loitering, vagrancy, unruly conduct. Austin, this neighborhood was once an all-white community until
I know those.
black
I've seen those guys before.
families began to arrive in the Austin neighborhood during the 1970s. Over the years, Austin has become the largest and the most active West Side neighborhood. Notable gangs and hoods: P Block, Four Corner hustlers around Potomac Avenue. Once known as Jack Boys and were known as the faction of Angelo Fours, a faction of 4CH dating back a few decades.
Got anything but a Glock clip in your Glock, for the way. No Pro Mags, no nothing but Glocks.
Survival of the fittest out here, for real, no cap. Supposedly the killer be killed, shit. That shit go do 2 things. This shit either go fold you up, or this shit go make you go hard. This shit go turn you to a demon. Shit, on go. This shit will definitely swallow you.
Current generation is known as SMG or DCG, along with P Block. Vonnie World. Mafia insane vice lords around Central and Chicago Avenue. Part of the Sane Gang Alliance,
White Castle.
which is
Shout out to White Castle.
Allied Mafia insane vice lords in Austin, known to rival most hoods on the west side. Number 2. Washington Park. Washington Park is another one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Chicago due to its extremely high violent crime rate, which is 701% higher than the national average. Washington Park has a population
R.I.P. Fredo, man. B.I.P. Fredo.
of 12,707 and an overall crime rate that is 297% higher than the national average. In addition, violent crimes like murder, robbery,
Blood money.
and assault
Rest in peace, Blood Money, man. VIP Blood Money.
Are extremely high, making Washington Park one of the worst areas in Chicago if safety is a concern. Notable gangs and hoods. 600/Front Street. Once gangster disciples, these are two black disciple hoods of 061 Front Street around 61st Street and Indiana, and the hood of 600.
Best part of this game is I don't gotta do nothing illegal, you feel me? I can try to, do something legal, you feel me? I ain't gotta, cause man, without this rap, man, it was ugly.
The options are limited.
Exactly, especially where I come from. I come from the third most profitable block in America, you feel me? Not just like one, like this is literally the third in the whole America, not, in the whole block.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So it's like, man, you gotta grind and get it.
This section is known for producing a number of Chicago's most famous drill rappers like L.A. Capone, Fredo Santana, 600 Breezy, Rondo Number 9, E-Day, and C-Day.
Freedom. No, I don't know about Freedom.
Chasing side rooms quick. That beat buck got ready by the block. I was trying to make it flip. He's body with his mom. He's body on the porch. Since the young bitch up in that nigga. I was born torch. You know how I rock, nigga.
They know how I rock, nigga.
See, they got 22 shots.
Nigga.
8 more, that's a month,
Come up,
nigga.
nigga.
Niggas do all that talk. My niggas don't come in that talk.
Number 1. West Garfield Park, aka K-Town, because the names of many north-south avenues begin with the letter K. The most dangerous neighborhood in Chicago is West Garfield Park. Located on Chicago's west side, West Garfield Park has a disproportionately high violent crime rate, with crime being 257% higher in West Garfield Park than in the rest of the city. Residents have a 1 in 20 chance of becoming victims of a violent crime. West Garfield's violent crime can be attributed to extensive gang activity in the area. Notable gangs and hoods. Monroe Millionaires.
No, they just pulled up and wet that boy up. They just pulled up and just
of
wet
a violent
that up.
crime.
Look at that.
West Garfield's violent crime can be attributed to extensive gang activity.
Like, nah, from that point, you have to just hit reverse.
West
See a nigga just come out and the door's opening up? Hit that shit. Boom, boom, like Transporter. You guys know Transporter? You know Transporter with Jason Statham, whatever his name is?
Violent crime can be attributed to extensive gang activity in the area.
I don't give a damn,
Notable
bro.
gangs and hoods. Monroe Millionaires.
Man, oh man.
A well-known hood of GDs on the west side that has been around for some time. Also goes by Frogang since the early 2010s. B-Gang/K-Unit. A mixture of west side gangs, primarily four-corner hustlers and vice lords. Brickyard. Also known as 4CGG for Corner Glow Gang, the Brickyard is a well-known west side hood of four-corner hustlers in the West Garfield Park neighborhood along Madison. NLMG. A set of black souls out west along Madison on Monroe and on Wilcox, surrounded by four-corner hustlers. Honorable mention. Woodlawn/Parkway Gardens.
Oh, this is where like what's his name is from? What's his name again? Oh my goodness. He just got arrested for FBG. Well, not just now, but he got arrested for FBG Duck.
Woodlawn
They're gonna
crime
mention him.
rates
Watch.
are
They're gonna mention him.
178% higher than the national average.
Oh man, I forgot his
Crimes
name.
in Woodlawn are 399% higher than the national average. In Woodlawn, you have a 1 in 16 chance of becoming a victim of crime. In the early 2010s, gang activity skyrocketed and Parkway Gardens became the center of one of Chicago's most violent blocks. The 6400 block of South King Drive was known locally as Wick City, but began to be referred to as O Block after resident O.D. Perry was murdered. Early residents included former First Lady Michelle Obama, and more recent inhabitants have included rappers Chief Keef and King Von.
Crazy, real one, man. Real one. That's what you call real, bro. Came back where he started at, fed his folks. You understand? Folks that actually stuck around, though. Don't get it twisted. Folks who never stuck around, niggas starve. Fuck it. It's been that way from the get-go.
63rd Street and St. Lawrence. This street is home to famous rappers, including FBG Duck and Lil J,
R.I.P.
and is locally referred to as Tukaville. Named after Shondale Tucker Gregory, a 15-year-old who was gunned down. Notable gangs and hoods: STL, EBT, Gyro City, Taekwon World. Wick City aka Wild Insane Crazies, Toontown, Keto World.
And you lost a lot of friends to violence, huh?
Uh-huh. Blood.
Blood. Rest in peace, Blood, man.
Cap. Couple.
Oh, yeah, Couple. Rest in peace to all the lives lost in the streets of Chicago. For real, man. Rest in peace to them.
Chicago's most dangerous neighborhoods. Bottom line. Chicago is a major city filled with diverse and sprawling neighborhoods. Many of the neighborhoods on this list have made significant contributions to the culture and identity of Chicago. However, these neighborhoods have consistently ranked as being the most dangerous in Chicago and some of the worst areas in the entire country.
Crazy, bro. I'm telling you, like, but again, what are we going over to Chicago for? When I was in Chicago, I was staying in a hotel literally 1 block away from where Duck got killed. I couldn't even believe something like that would even happen in an area like that with all them high-end shopping stores. Shake my head, shit wild. Yo, man, you just gotta be careful, bro. Fuck all that. You gotta be careful, man. I'm not going to Chicago for nothing.